In the quiet town of Wilshire, lived a young woman named Helen. A talented artist, Helen was vibrant, compassionate, and known for her lively spirit. However, things took a turn for Helen when she entered into a relationship with a charismatic man named Richard. On the surface, Richard appeared to be loving and supportive, but beneath his charming demeanor, he was adept at a manipulative tactic known as gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse where the victim is made to question their reality, memory, and sanity. Over time, the victim may lose their sense of self-worth and become dependent on the perpetrator for validation and grounding in reality. In Helen's case, it began subtly. Richard would frequently challenge her perception of events, insisting that what she remembered was incorrect. At first, Helen brushed it off as mere misunderstandings. However, as these events became frequent, Helen started doubting her own memory. For instance, she distinctly remembered setting her paints in the living room, ready for a new artwork, only to find them missing later. When she questioned Richard, he would confidently assert she had left them in the kitchen, advising her to be more mindful. When Helen's friends began noticing changes in her demeanor, how she was quieter and less self-assured, they gently encouraged her to speak about it. But Helen was confused and embarrassed, uncertain of what was happening. Richard's manipulative narrative had led her to believe she was at fault for her perceived forgetfulness and emotional overreactions. The impact of Richard's gaslighting was devastating. Helen began to isolate herself, doubting her capabilities as an artist. Her vibrant canvases turned dull, reflecting her internal struggle. The once joyful woman became a shadow of her former self, constantly seeking Richard's approval and permission to trust her own instincts. Her mental health deteriorated, as anxiety and self-doubt became her constant companions. Fortunately, Helen's story did not end there. Realizing something was fundamentally wrong in her life, she sought therapy. Through counseling, she gradually recognized the gaslighting dynamics. With professional help and support from friends, Helen gathered the courage to distance herself from Richard. It was a battle, requiring patience and strength, but slowly she reclaimed her reality. Her art became her therapy, each brushstroke a step towards healing. Helen's story demonstrates the insidious effects of gaslighting, a slow erosion of confidence and reality perception. It highlights the importance of recognizing manipulative behavior and seeking support to rebuild one's self-worth and perspective. Helen emerged from the shadows, a testimony to resilience and the power of self-discovery.